Welcome back, one and all, to the Legend of Heroes Trails in the Sky. Last time, we found a little shit. Her name is Ren. This time, we're gonna go drop her off at the guild branch and further the plot. Oh, the Fisherman Guild. Wonder if I get new stuff here. They're basically big fish. It's the reason why there are so many fans of fishing in Liberl. Ren, did you ever fish with your papa? Oh, Estelle. Fishing's for kids and guys, right? I ain't been fishing in a little while. I should get a license so I can just go whenever the fuck I want. Like now, when I'm not working. I guess. But I do it. It's fun. Really? Well, maybe I'll try it then. Apparently there's nothing I can do with that yet. Maybe I'll come back a little later. We're back, Elnan. Oh. Hi, Estelle. Lieutenant Colonel said hello again, Miss Bright. We seem to be running into each other quite a bit these days. Hello, Colonel Sid. I thought the old man might send you, Sid. You're back from Leston Fortress, I see. Yeah, I still don't know how you pronounce that. Is that Leston? Lieston? Leiston? I don't know. I think it would be Leston or maybe Leiston. You know, like, cause like lay, or is lay L-E-A? L-E-I? L-E-A? I don't remember. I just arrived here a little while ago on one of our patrol ships. I apologize for the wait. No, it's okay. We actually had a bit of a job of our own to take care of. Speaking of which, would that young lady be... That's right, she is. Some stuff went down, so we had to bring her along. Hey, Ren. We've got some things we need to talk to about with the armament. Can you go up and wait on the second floor? Oh, work stuff? Yeah, I'm sorry. I guess I don't mind. You're just like Papa. It's always work, work, work. I don't really like that very much. Aw. Hey, Ren. Do you want to talk with me for a while? I want to get to know you. With you? Well, okay. I guess we could. We'll be on the second floor, Estelle. In Cold Steel 4, I think it is, those two actually have a unique starting portrait. So I guess that's where they built a friendship. Thank you. I'm in a hurry myself. So this is an official request from the Army. There is a series of incidents we need you to investigate. Why does the way you say it make me shiver a bit? You're aware of the non-aggression pact, right? I'm afraid threatening letters have been delivered to all parties involved in the signing. Well, that's not good at all. What did the letter say exactly? Take a look. To all parties involved in the non-aggression pact, immediately back down from this act or deceit. Immediately back down from this act of deceit and false compromise. Should you not, a great disaster will be visited upon you. What in the... Yeah, that's a threat, alright. Is this the whole thing? That's it. As you may have noticed, there is no name of or any other indication of a sender. Normally, I'd dismiss it as a prank, however, something about the situation makes you believe it's more than a bad joke. Yes, especially since these are being sent to government officials. You don't just send a letter to a government official. Somehow that got to a government official. You don't just send mail to government officials, current or former. It goes through a whole special screening process. First arrived at the fortress. Copies were then sent out to the airship company, Grantsell Cathedral, the hotel, and the Liberal News. Then copies arrived at both the Erebonian and Calvert embassies, the Evray Royal Villa, and even Grantsell Castle itself. 9 letters in total. Who would send that many letters? Yeah, that'd be a lot of work for a prank in poor taste. I can see why the army would start to get concerned. I don't get it though. The airship company, the Liberal News, that friggin' hotel, and a church. They don't seem to have anything to do with the signing. They're not totally unrelated, to be honest. The airship company shall be sending out charter vessels to ferry the Imperial and Republican officials there. They will of course be staying at the hotel. Furthermore, the church, or specifically the Archbishop current at the cathedral, has been asked to be an observer at the signing. And the Liberal News has been preparing a special report on a pact and signing for weeks. So they are all connected. Any ideas behind it? That could be a difficult question to answer. This is an international matter, meaning anyone from Liberal, Arabonia, or Calvert could be responsible. Yes, the war hawks in either the Empire or the Republic for starters. It could be someone from another country entirely who isn't happy to see all three countries working together. Of course, there are plenty of suspects in Liberal as well. We can't forget the obvious answer, the society. So what exactly do you want us to investigate here? The mission. We would like you to investigate all the locations that received letters and see if anyone has any leads. Minus Leston and Edbray, that is. We'll handle those locations. The other okay, so in other words, the local locations. The airship company, Grantsell Cathedral, helps at the hotel, the Liberal News, and the embassies, as well as the castle. Interesting. The intelligence division. I don't know if they would. Huh. Yeah. I'm sorry I'm not talking right now. My train of thought just went absent. Brenda and her parents are foreigners. You'll need to inquire at the hotel and the embassies regardless. Yeah. Okay. Those two are going to still have some time together. That's cute. They became fast friends. Yeah, it's really easy to become friends at that age. Man, youth. I feel old now. You're 16, Estelle. Trader from Crossbell, Harold and Sophia Hayworth. Okay, I got that down, written down. Okay, so Estelle's going to go over to the Liberal News. Okay, so with these three, I can get to the embassies as well as the castle. The missing exhibit. A bit ago, one of our exhibits was removed by someone. It's not particularly valuable, so it's just a little prank. But I would like to ask for an investigation just to be safe. Please come to the museum on the east block near the landing port. I'll do that in a bit. Well, I need to go to the east block anyway. And I need to Harold and Sophia Hayworth. They're supposedly a merchant couple from Crossbell. So, the hotel. I need to go to the East Block anyway. Let's go there. The museum is right over there by the landing port. So let's investigate the embassies first. How goes? Zen, holy crap! Wasting time in Liberalville again? Something like that. You hear that, Olivier? And again, my heart is assaulted with arrows. How little you trust me in me. Yeah, Arabonia and Calvert aren't exactly on good terms with each other. If it isn't Zen. Counselor, pleasure. All together here. Are they your guests? Yes, they're co-workers with the guild. Are you here about that letter? As you guessed, it's a request from the army. Any ideas? Threat letters like that aren't exactly rare in the Republic. To be honest, I barely paid any heed to it at all. True, there are a lot of radical groups in the country. Yes, they always cause trouble when it comes to the issue of immigration. Well, this time at least I can't say anything. Yeah, go talk to Ambassador Cochrane. I still don't know how to pronounce her name. I would assume Cochrane. This should be the ambassador's office. Shall we go say hello to Elsa? Oh, it's this woman. Yeah, I'm just gonna... Elsa is so much easier to say. Why, Zen! Hello, come in. Last I heard you returned to Calvert. What's an old dog like you doing back here in Gransel? Well, let's just say this old dog had a trick or two more to show off. I'll likely be in Liberal for a while. As to be expected of an A-rank bracer, I suppose, you never let up. Who's this with you? It's a pleasure to meet you, ma'am. I'm Estelle Bright of the Bracer Guild. These are our assistants, Olivier Lynham and Chloe Rhines. A pleasure, Ambassador. It's a pleasure to meet you. The pleasure is mine. I'm Elsa Cochrane. Yeah, maybe Cochrane? I'm just gonna say Elsa. Calvert's ambassador to Liberal. I get the feeling this is a bit more than a social call, though. Afraid so. That letter, yes. You're helping the Royal Army investigate the matter. Technically, yes. Threats of terrorism aren't exactly something a guild can ignore, though. Would you mind helping out? Well, I suppose we're all stuck into the situation. What would you like to know? Well, to start with, do you have any idea who sent the letter? Like, does anyone in the Republic oppose the signing of this pact? Of course. You're looking at one, after all. Excuse me? Elsa, please. Try not to tease the kids too much. Well, the truth's in. I'm pretty sure I've chewed your ear off about Arabonia enough for you to know what I think. Yes. Still, Miss Bright, don't misunderstand me. President Rocksmith and Parliament have already approved the pact. My personal feelings won't get in the way of my job. Is there anyone else from Calvert who might oppose the pact? Oh, certainly. They're all tiny groups, though. To be honest, though, there's no real reason to oppose it anyway. I don't follow. It's not worth bothering. The pact doesn't have any practical effect. It's simply agreeing to the statement, we shall not rely on violence to solve international problems and negotiate instead. It's nothing more than a declaration than anything else, but it is little more than a promise which can be broken without consequence, save for a loss of face. Precisely, the worst it could do to rally other countries against the aggressor. Now, it's true that relations between Erebonia and Calvert have gotten even worse than usual over the past decade. So there is some value in establishing Liberl as a place where we can negotiate, but again, who'd bother opposing that? It doesn't really seem like the thing you'd send a bunch of threatening letters about. Well, Ambassador, if you don't believe someone from Calvert is the perpetrator, to whom do you suspect? Well, my gut, of course, tells me that all of the to blame it all on the Erebonians, their militaristic Hawk faction specifically. But frankly, even they have that new engine on the line, so they aren't so stupid as to cut off their noses and spit on their faces. The new engine? Wait, you mean from the RSL? Yes, an engineering sample will be provided to both Calvert and Erebonia. It'll happen right after the signing. Whoa. As to be expected of Queen Alicia, she holds both the Empire and Republic in the palm of her hand. Yes, I have to admit she's handled this masterfully. The cutting-edge engine is going to be the birth of a whole new generation of airships. And Alicia is practically handing it out, so long as you sign the agreement and play nice with it, and each other, at least for a while. Even the most testosterone-poisoned ninnies among the Erebonian Hawks wouldn't want to miss that chance. That was pretty misandristic. That was pretty sexist, Elsa. Then again, she's Calvardian. She's not going to have very positive things to say about the Empire. And when I get to the Erebonian embassy, I really doubt that ambassador is going to have much of anything better to say about Elsa. That the possibility of either the Republic or the Empire interfering directly is pretty low. Indeed. I'm sorry I can't be of more help. No, you were a big help. Just being able to cross the suspects off the list helps a lot. Speaking of which, though, we'd like to ask something else. You know anything about a merchant couple from Crossbell? The Hayworths. Doesn't ring any bells. Sorry. He's never visited the embassy, at least. Damn. Well, thanks anyway. Do remember that Crossbell sits directly between Erebonia and Calvert. However, you may want to inquire at the Erebonian embassy as well. You wouldn't happen to be the daughter of Brigadier General Bright? You know my dad? Of course. The heroic vanquisher of the Imperial Army, and now the head of Liberl's Royal Army. I'd heard he had a daughter, but I didn't expect to meet you like this. Well, I'm just kind of an inexperienced newbie myself. Well, you're off to a good start, then, I think. We at the embassy have relied on the guild a number of times in the past. Should the time come again, I hope you'll aid us, Miss Bright. Interesting. That's the arena. Hello, Bregan. How have you been? Olivier? Where in the hell have you been? Again, have fun with Cyberfun, Genga. Why? I've been places. What's wrong? What's wrong, he says. You've been totally incommunicando ever since you went to Elmo. Out of communication is what that means. I did not say that right, but it means out of communication. Major Vander's about ready to throw you out of a window. Ah, he wishes to launch me like a love rocket. Adorable. Olivier? Did you seriously forget to tell Mueller and the embassy you were with us? Yes. When wandering the roads, hunting for love, one must be discreet and secretive. Well, may we enter? I can't say no to you, but who's this with you? We're from the Bracer Guild. We'd like to talk to the ambassador about a few things. We thought we'd try having Olivier introduce us. Oh, okay. Well, there shouldn't be a problem with letting you in. Do remember that the embassy is considered Erebonian soil, so be careful. We will be. Heard the same spiel across the street. It is beautiful in there. I like the fact that it's the Erebonian crest on the floor. This is quite the building. Whoa. This place definitely matches the Calvardian embassy in terms of fanciness. Grandiose and yet powerful at the same. It's very imperial, if nothing else. It is a stage upon which the Empire can parade its influence and power. Alas, the actors are unequal to set the dressing. You realize Lord Caranal would hit a roof if he heard you say that. Hello, Mueller. My most bosom companion. It has been an age. Are you well, dear Mueller? I would be better if I could cut you in half and be done with it. I told you again and again and again to ensure we are constantly aware of your location. And you are, but tis the tactic in the war of love. Did you know, absence makes the heart grow fonder? Estelle Bright, you have my thanks. I can only imagine the trouble this idiot's been causing you. Actually, he hasn't been too bad, I guess. He's actually been well-mannered, comparatively. Well, ignoring the lunatic, I presume you have business at the embassy. Yes, sir. We would like to speak with the ambassador. That letter, right. I've been somewhat concerned myself, but I'm surprised the guild is acting. This is a request from the Brigadier General Bright and the Royal Army now, I take it. Technically, yes, but we're trying to investigate it as neutrally as we can, you know? Nobody's guilty till proven, that kind of thing. A commendable mindset, no doubt why he chose you. Very well, I shall introduce you to Lord Ambassador Caranal. I suspect you'll find it easier to gain his trust if I do the introductions as opposed to a certain someone. Really? Thank you, Mueller. Thanks. Thank you, sir. Wait, you really have so little faith in me? Yes. You, thought we had faith in you in this? If I introduced us, he'd probably want us... If you introduced us, he'd probably want to have us kicked out. Sorry, Olivier. The sting of being forsaken. The sting of the truth, maybe. Lord Caranal is in his office on the second floor. I shall go announce your arrival. Give me a moment. Well, that gives me a chance to look around. Oh hey, it's been a while, Olivier. Are these your guests? Indeed. One could call them guests, but I'm more inclined to think of them as my soulmates. Our days spent together have been so tender, so sweet. I feel to mercilessly call this force love does a disservice to our bond. Is that not so, Estelle? Wait, does that mean you've dumped Mueller? My head hurts. I think I'm starting to understand Mueller's suffering. This is probably his room. That's going to be the main office. The closest imperial city to liberal borders is a place called Parme. I'm actually from there, by the way. It's close to Beauce, which makes it convenient to return home from visits. I think those are both towns you visit in the Cold Steel arc. Hey, Olivier. Heard you went to the hot springs. I'm so envious. And speak of the devil. Welcome to the Erebonian Embassy, guests. I am Lord Davil Cranal, the duly appointed ambassador and voice of the Empire in this land. Yeah, I'm just going to be calling you Davil. I am Estelle Bright of the Bracer Guild. Zen Vathic, also of the Guild. I am Chloe Ryan, second-year student at Genis Royal Academy and assistant to the Bracers. And I am a servant of love and peace, Olivier Linheim. You. I heard you'd gone missing in Elmo Village. Try not to worry Mueller further, Olivier. Or me, for that matter. Such a strict dressing down, much more and I'll have to loose my jacket. Setting that aside, you are here to inquire about the letters, correct? What do you want to know? Well, I'll be direct, sir. Do you have any idea who might be behind the letter? Is there anyone in the Empire who might oppose the signing of this pact? My, you are direct, young Bracer. I appreciate that. I can tell you truthfully, however, that I can think of no such person. His Majesty is very happy with the pact as it stands. And no one within the Empire would be foolish enough to grandsay his leadership on such a matter. Yeah, I bet. So do you think it's the work of someone outside the Empire? What other answer would there be? If you want my opinion, it's the opposition party in Calvert behind all this. Some silly ploy to make the president look bad, no doubt. Opposition doing whatever it pleases. This is a perfect example of the fallacies of a mob rule. That's actually a really good point. To put it in a good way, what is wrong does not become right solely because it is popular, even if everybody is wrong and nobody is right. I have to question that, Your Lordship. Don't get me wrong, our major political parties basically beat each other over the head anytime they can. But even if the pact fell apart due to this, I don't think anyone could blame it on President Rocksmith. Details. You think the mob likes things like that? Pah. Again, that's a good point. He's not necessarily talking about the parties themselves, just the mob of lunatics. Like, that's a valid point. All I can say for certain is that the person issuing these threats cannot be from our empire. That should be more than enough to assure you. Well, excuse me, Lord Karanov? May I ask what Chancellor Osborne's opinion of the non-aggression pact is? What? Flawless riposte, Chloe. Who? The highest appointed official of our most glorious and august imperial government, the Blood and Iron Chancellor, Gileath Osborne. His nickname comes from his personal motto, our nation's peace must be built on a foundation of blood and iron. He has overseen the expansion of the railway system, and as well as the annexation of several smaller states on our borders through less than diplomatic means. Annex? Wait, you mean... Olivier! How can you criticize your empire's chancellor? Oh, but Davil, how was I criticizing? I simply stated facts. But come now, it wouldn't hurt to be a bit more cooperative, no? We've already spoken to the lovely ambassador over at the Calvardian Embassy. She was quite helpful. What? Why, if we don't help these people now, it will give them a cause to doubt the character of the Erebonia. That would be a tragedy. Lord Count, my lord. There's no need to keep the information of this hidden. May I humbly suggest that being open in this case will present a problem. You have a point, Mueller. Very well. To answer your question, Miss Chancellor Osborne, like His Majesty, is most respective of this pact. In fact, I hear he is the one who suggested His Majesty should sign it. Really? That's because he's looking forward to getting that engine. No. Apparently he recommended it to His Majesty before any mention of this engine. If anything, I'm glad there is harmony at home over this pact. There's been no pressure for us to negotiate. Hate to say it, Estelle, but it's looking like there really isn't any chance it's someone from the Empire. That's the way it looks. Ambassador, Thanks a lot for answering our questions. See, it is as I said. If you should be looking for a guilty party, you should look elsewhere. A most pitiful situation, a separation of a child from her parents. Imperial traders do visit the embassy at times, but a merchant from Crossbell? I do not recall such a man, no. Are you familiar with this Hayworth, Mueller? No, I've never heard the name either. It's starting to look grim. To search for both a blackmailer and a lost child's parents sounds most trying. It may seem trite, but I do wish you of luck, young lady. Thanks, Mr. Lord Caranaw. Allow me to show you the gate. He was pretty blunt, but he made valid points. However, you'll take notice that both embassies blamed each other. Not necessarily the governments themselves, but parties or factions within that government. The opposition party, a party directly opposed to President Rocksmith, who would do anything to make him look bad, and the Warhawk faction within the Empire, who would do anything to see their glorious empire grow. Both have valid reasons to suspect the other, but neither one of them seem responsible for this. That's very interesting. Can I go in here? Yes, but that's just a bedroom. Talking with the ambassador was a big help. You don't need to thank me. I didn't do anything important, really. Besides, this is a problem affecting all our nations. We should be working together. Indeed. I hope we can solve this. Olivier, you're awfully quiet. It's nothing. I was simply lost in reverie for a moment. It doesn't concern our current business. Pay me no mind. Okay. Olivier, you'll be staying here at the embassy in the evenings while you're here in Grantsville, yes? Where else? I would not miss a chance to have more sweet dreams in your bed, as always. What? Oh my. Stop with the jokes before you give the ladies too many ideas and images. Push those jokes too far and I may have to spear you upon the embassy's flagpole. Ah, so that's the direction I should approach you from. You teach me more every day. Affirmatively. Alternatively, I could just cut you in half right here. I'm fairly sure I can explain it to Lord Caranaw. That would be less lovely. Forgive my joke, my friend. So that's how they keep Olivia under control. I should write this down. I'd say they match each other perfectly. That's a terrifying thought. But regardless, I shall pardon myself here. Good luck with the rest of your investigation. I said it in the last game, I'll say it here again. When you know who Olivier is, it really makes his mannerisms and how he speaks to Imperial officials like Mueller or the Ambassador a lot funnier. Yeah, I need to go to the whatever it's called, the news station over in the West Block, but here there is supposed to be a quest. I think it's the fancy looking dude up there. Yep. How can we help you? We're from the Bracer Guild. Okay. Oh, beauteous princess and her loyal companions, goddammit. The image of the proud white falcon has fallen into my hands. Should you seek it, then the answer my challenge. The first key is in the residence of the aged general. Search the onlooker of time. Him again. Yeah, I'm gonna look that up. We'll probably do that next time. Sounds like the Phantom Thief Blue Blanc. You guys told me about him, but I thought you were exaggerating. You already know who the criminal is. And that's what I call reassuring. I have every confidence that you'll crack this case. He won't let you down. Okay. The residence of the aged general and the onlooker of time. Residence of an aged general. Yeah, I got nothing on that. Honestly, I want to end this one here. Thank you all for watching. Join me next time on The Legend of Heroes Trails in the Sky as I guess go deal with Blue Blanc's Blue Blanc. I'm the Dark Seraph signing off.